Welcome to Environmental Science. So this week, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what's coming up. Today you will be working on growth factors when it comes to population economies. So what causes populations to grow? And tomorrow you'll be looking at populations again, but instead of what causes them to grow, you're going to look at how they grow and how they decrease. So increases in populations and decreases in populations and how those things balance out. And we'll be talking about that in live class too. So I hope you'll show up and we can have an awesome discussion about populations. And that'll wrap up our discussion of populations actually on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, throw a little quiz at you, see if you learned everything you were supposed to learn. And assuming that you have, we'll move on Thursday into our new topic, which is going to be community ecology. So we're moving away from populations and we're moving into communities and how those communities interact within an ecosystem. So we'll start off on Thursday with the central case for our topic, and it's called Black and White and Spread All Over. And you'll learn what that means as you read that central case study, and I think you'll enjoy that. So we'll move into an introduction to community ecology on Friday's lesson, and we are going to have some vocab coming at you that you need to start to familiarize yourself with. We start with survivorship curves when we're talking about population growth factors. Then we get into immigration, emigration, and migration, and what's the difference between those three. They all sound kind of the same, and they're all dealing with people moving in and moving out, or species or animals, plants moving in, moving out, those kinds of things. And then we'll talk about exponential growth, limiting factors, carrying capacity, logistic growth, density dependent factors, and density independent factors. So those all have to do with how populations grow, how they expand and detract, and so those are some pretty big words that we'll need to be familiar with by the end of the week, because they're going to help us to understand everything we study next week. We'll get into next week. But the last vocabulary term that you need to be aware of is biotic potential. Hopefully we'll get to that by the end of the week as well. And it all kind of goes into primarily, mostly into this population study that we're doing for the next 2 to 3 days. So dig in. There's a lot to digest, but I'll be there walking you through it. I'll hopefully be putting some videos up. We'll definitely have some content, some ebook content as a PDF as far as that goes, just like we had last week. And if you have any questions, if you get stuck on something or you're just not understanding something, don't spin your wheels for more than 5 minutes on something on your own. Once you get to 5 minutes, you're still not sure what something is, that's when you reach out to me. Shoot me a Schoology message, preferred, or an email, or call me on the phone, which is great too, and we can talk about it, or I can Schoology message you back and try to give you an explanation that'll help you with your understanding. The goal here is not that you should know everything already, but that you should learn it and start to absorb it and integrate it into your knowledge base. And by the end of the week, be good, actually by midweek, be ready to show how well you've integrated that or assimilated that information by getting a great grade on the exam. All right? So if you have any questions, again, shoot me a Schoology message or call me on the phone or shoot me a regular email, and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I'm able. Good luck.